Hello and welcome back. Hope you're doing well. And topic is about that meme. What does it say? Something like, we are always one decision away from a totally different life. Absolutely true. I have changed life paths so many different times. The only time that I have felt any kind of positive outcome is when I realized I had a choice in the matter. So for years, I didn't realize I had a voice or a choice or a say, or that I could deviate off the path that I was on. And I got stuck, and that was the worst feeling, because it's like you don't know how to make a choice, let alone that you have them to begin with. Even in those times where we get stuck with something, we do have options surrounding the situation, but not necessarily in relation to the situation. One of my jobs had closed, and I loved that job so much because there was cake in the back room. It was the greatest thing ever. Who doesn't love cake? And so that being said, of course, I didn't have much choice in going back to it. It was over. It was gone. But I did have choices on where I moved forward from there. I was going to school, so I really wanted to get a job. And I took the first job that came to me rather than waiting on something I wanted. Getting in school was another thing. I went down to the campus. I had to see myself there to see school as a possibility. So before I realized that I actually had choices, it was a totally different ball game. I didn't realize how in control I could be and how I could really change my life to what I wanted it to be. Now there's a lot of stuff, the ins and outs of it. It's not always that simple. But if you really want to do something, look into how to make it happen. Assess the risks. What are those risks? And are you able to accept them if it doesn't go as you plan? Because honestly, none of my life paths have gone as planned, but they all worked out to where I'm here now and I'm happy. And I've achieved happiness. I can work on other things now, like maybe, what's that word? Ambition. So, it's one of those things where, it may not work out as we planned, but what are our options after that? What can we do and where can we go? And we don't have to settle for what we're given. We don't have to take the path that's right in front of us that feels like it's this glowing sign right there, like telling us to go on that path. If we don't want it, we don't want it. We don't have to accept it. We can go the opposite way. And I think that does make a huge difference when we're talking about decisions that we make. Because, and there was another thing, I'm going to throw this out there. This is not wise. My responsibility is one of my first priorities. But I used to tell myself as I was going to work, I could take off and go to Florida right now. Nobody would ever know. I mean, it's a long drive from where I'm at. I didn't, want to deal with directions and, not knowing how to fix my car, stuff like that. So, so I didn't. And also because, I had to go to work. But knowing that I could put me on that path to realizing I can change things at any given time by one small choice. So, again, not that I'm telling anybody to go and bail on work and leave everybody else high and dry, but it does put things into perspective. It's just that one choice that you make that changes everything. And hope you got something from that. And I hope I wasn't like tangenting too much, because I'm really going to try to minimize that. See y'all on the flip side. I think that's all I got for today. Maybe I'll put something up later, but that's the only thing I can think of. And I'm going to cut this short now, so see you on the flip side.